If you ever want to get ahead financially, you need to create a gap. What I mean by a gap is that there should be a gap in between your income and your expenses. This means that your total monthly income should be more than your total monthly expenses. To find out if you have a gap and what that gap is, you need to write down all of your monthly expenses. This includes all of your bills, any subscriptions you have, any debt payments that you make, etc. And then you need to total that up and subtract that from your monthly income. The number that you're left with is the gap. If you do this exercise and you realize you don't have a gap, or maybe you have a negative gap, meaning that your expenses are more than your income, you need to do one of two things, or maybe even both, which is reduce expenses or increase your income. If you're in this situation, I would recommend you go through all of your expenses, get rid of any subscriptions you have right now, call your bills and try to get discounts on them because you can do that. Reduce your expenses however you possibly can, and then maybe pick up a side hustle or ask for a raise at your job, do some DoorDash orders, maybe sell some things you have on Facebook Marketplace. The point is to create that gap by any means necessary, because once you have that gap, what you can do with it is you can build a savings, maybe for the first time ever, pay off some of your debt, invest some of that money so that you can grow long-term wealth, or maybe even just treat yourself. The gap is really the key, and it's where the magic happens. And if you don't do this exercise and you don't figure that out, you're just going to keep being confused about where all of your money goes, and you're still going to feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's very important to have a plan with what you're going to do with that money inside the gap, so that once you create it, you don't just continue to blow it. You need to figure out where you want that money to go. That's why it's really important for you to have goals. Make the time to do this exercise before the next month begins so that you can actually sit down and create a plan and actually make progress. If you need help, go join the free training. It's at the top of my page. It's going to give you some action steps and where you can start making progress starting today. You got this, friend.